get rid of hyperpigmentation in less than a week. Keep watching. Y'all know better than me having that kind of bull on this channel. Listen, hyperpigmentation is not something that you can just get rid of just like this and, you know, be cured and just have the well thoughts and wishes of, like, you know, a unicorn, you know, as skincare products to use on your face to get rid of it. It does not work that way. It takes time, patience, and consistency, okay? But this is why I love having this series where people, viewers, just like you, come on the channel, talk about how they got rid of their hyperpigmentation. So, you know, it's a way of having community and to kind of like we're all in this together. So today we are going to have Lola, aka Skincare Nerd, who's going to talk to us about how pandemic times, you know, wearing masks, getting acne, getting hyperpigmentation, how she dealt with that, how she's still dealing with it, the products that she used, all of that. So let's go talk to her. Timestamps are going to be listed in the description box. So if you want to revisit something or skip to a certain part, that's going to be listed there. But try to watch this full video, especially if you're someone who you're like at wit's end with dealing with your hyperpigmentation, because there are a lot of things that Lola says throughout the video that are going to hopefully have things click for you and help you more with your skincare routine. Now, I know we already discussed this through email, but if you can kind of just go over again, like what caused your hyperpigmentation?
Absolutely, yes. So my hyperpigmentation was completely caused by using masks in the incorrect way. So when I went back to work, which was in June, so still in the height of the pandemic, we were basically wearing masks anywhere from 9 to 11 hours a day, because you've got to do, like, of course, the 8-hour shift. And then even on your lunch break, you're kind of eating with your mask, through your mask. Like, it was kind of the time that we didn't exactly know what we were doing. I was also using cotton masks, which for my very, very acne prone skin are just a no-go, an absolute no-go. So I was using that, and I was using one mask throughout the entire day, not realizing that I might have needed to, with my sensitive skin, been switching them out, maybe 2, 3, or even 4 cotton masks in a day, if that's what I'm using. So with all of that together, it was just a disaster. I started breaking out and I was like, this is a little weird, but oh, everyone's getting a bit of maskne, that's fine. But no, mine was literally becoming uncontrollable. And I was like, I have not dealt with anything like this in a long time. And I knew that the acne would subside, but it was the hyperpigmentation that I was like, this is what I'm scared of.
So what type of masks did you wind up using? Like, what would you say are some of your like fave masks?
At the time, I was using just a regular black cotton mask that was provided by my work. I feel like at that time, we just didn't have much information. There was no filter through it. It was just some cotton on my face that, with me working hard and sweating, now I'm creating a wet atmosphere, perfect for acne to propagate. So I really think that that was the issue. So now I've switched. It's not the most sustainable option, but I use disposables because my skin just can't handle cotton or something like that. But I have heard that silk is really good because instead of being hydrophilic like cotton, it's hydrophobic, which keeps the skin in a state where it's not just wet, moist, and just, because that is the worst thing. And that's why a lot of people, you know, even get body acne, because cotton is what we wear a lot of, and it just doesn't really work that great for sensitive skin, you know, acne prone skin at least.
Skincare Nerd, we already feel like you're already 10 steps ahead of like maybe the average person when it comes to figuring out what's in your skincare routine. But how did you figure out what you needed to use and what you needed to switch? And then if you can kind of just go through your regular, like, we'll start with daytime and then you
can. Absolutely, sounds good. So for daytime, what I have been learning a lot about, so what I just spend a lot of time on the internet. I'm sure you do too. You know, we listen to these estheticians, to the dermatologists, to the skincare experts, because we're just so lucky to have so much more information and diversity in that information right now. And it's popping and I'm so excited about it. And this just made my transition so much easier. So when I was looking into dealing with hyperpigmentation in a new way that I had never dealt with before, I looked to dermatologist Dr. Alexis Stevens. She's everything.
I absolutely love her. Yes.
She's absolutely fantastic. And so she had many videos on hyperpigmentation. I'm always like watching them and then sending them out to family members. And so she would talk about how important it is to, okay, so for daytime, for example, vitamin C. She talked about how important it was to protect the skin, and things like niacinamide as well. Things that can help your barrier, because we're actually doing a lot of work with all of this hyperpigmentation. So you need to be regenerating it and moisturizing it and hydrating it. So in the morning, I would use a foaming cleanser or a hydrating cleanser from CeraVe. And so on days that maybe I had done a treatment the night before, I might want to take it easier on my skin and use the hydrating cleanser. And but maybe in the mornings when I feel kind of oily, or in the evenings especially, I would definitely go in with my foaming cleanser. And I just love CeraVe. It's kind of like I have a kiosk in my shower, sort of, because I also have the salicylic acid cleanser one, which is so good. Yeah, I like that one just for kind of like preventing new breakouts, because that's the thing too. You don't just want to work on the hyperpigmentation, you want to work on what could be coming around the corner, because it's all just as important. Exactly. So in the daytime, that I would cleanse first, of course, and then I'm big on using these like essences and hydrators. This one is Wonder, and it's black rice hyaluronic toner from like the Haruharu company. Really great, just plumping, and just like, I feel like when you hydrate your skin, even when you have hyperpigmentation, it brightens it in a way. I don't know. Yeah. Right? Like, because dried skin can also lead to hyperpigmentation too. So like, cracks and things like that, it just adds. So after that, I do like to keep it simple in the mornings. A couple of my skincare friends on Instagram were posting about this guy, and how it was just so easy to add into their routine. And vitamin C has always been something that I've wanted to use, but it never seemed to fit into my routine. I feel like I'm like you. I don't feel like I need 100 steps. I really want to get in and get out, get what I need. And especially in the morning, because I'm going to apply makeup and I don't need that pilling situation. So you know what I mean? Once you get to that fourth layer, it's coming at some point. So it's the 15% vitamin C clean caffeine energy serum. So you've got caffeine in there, which is an anti-inflammatory, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that vitamin C itself is also an anti-inflammatory, and also it helps fight against free radicals. It's protecting your skin, So I just loved. It's just such an easy serum. It was the consistency for me. Yeah. It just gives you fluid serum. And then I go in with my moisturizer again, the Skin Fix Barrier Plus, like so good. Dr. Alexis Stevens actually suggested Skin Fix. Yeah, really great brand. It's expensive, but it's worth it. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. Something
that works, the price tag doesn't really hurt as much sometimes.
Because it really does work. And when Dr. Alexis Stevens talked about there are certain moisturizers that are not helping your hyperpigmentation, I was like, it was a complete shocker, because I never thought about I always thought about, just add any moisturizer. Moisturizer is just there to seal, it doesn't do anything else, but it's really important to have a moisturizer that's helping you along your hyperpigmentation journey, and not something that's undoing all of that work that you've already laid forth in the beginning of your regimen. Of course, sunscreen, super important, it's the number one, So I've just started using unseen sunscreen.
Did you say you have dry skin or oily skin?
I feel like it's a combination. It depends on what's going on. Around my mouth is notoriously dry. Yeah. If I'm not careful, it will actually crack, and I need to be super on it with my moisturization and the hydration. And when I actually learned the difference between the two, that's when everything changed for me. Because I was just 100% like, oh, you're dry, put on moisturizer. Why am I still cracking? Why is my skin, just keep putting on more. But I didn't know that you could add a step in if you still were not, seeing the results that you need. So I'm always gonna do like some sort of watery base, or just straight from the shower, pat in, put my moisturizer on top if I want to be very simple. But yeah, my skin needs to be damp. But then, like, let's say halfway through the day after wearing makeup, it's just oil, it's just slick. Yeah. Like you could just slip and slide right down my nose. I mean, it is what it is. Yeah, I think it just really depends on what my skin's going through.
I know you said that you're still currently treating it, but when you started to see results, like about how long would you say into your routine you started to see results?
That I started seeing results in my routine. Goodness, I would say that like even week by week, because there would be different levels of hyperpigmentation all over my face. So let's say like maybe something that was fresh that started fading in like 2 to 3 weeks with actual continued use and proper use. It's my nighttime routine that I think was the most effective in helping alleviate my skin from hyperpigmentation. It was just really interesting to see.
You mentioned your nighttime routine, and you said that was what really you think helped to like spark the difference. So can you go through your nighttime routine?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Nighttime is where it gets serious. That's where I'm double cleansing.
I'm ready for it.
All right, I'm about to listen.
Okay.
Right. So nighttime, again, like I wear makeup. I work face to face with clients. So I'm really big on, looking presentable. So like 90% of the time I'm going to be in makeup. So I almost always double cleanse. Okay. It's really important to me to be able to get my mascara off and all of this nitty gritty, but being gentle at the same time. And I've tried doing a double cleanse with just the foaming base cleanser and with just the hydrating cleanser. And I just noticed residue. So for me, it's really the best way for me to get everything off and also just be gentle at the same time. So I'll start with that, just kind of massage it right onto dry skin. So at one point I ran out of oil cleanser. So I freaked out and ordered like 4. So this is why I was like, never again. Yes, so I have one from Haruharu. I love this company. Ooh. I absolutely love Haruharu. They're great. And it's just light, easy. You can just glide over the face and, get in a little bit of massage as well. This one, I don't know what company this is. This is from like an Asian grocery store. Yeah. It's just basically saying that you can get these from a lot of different places.
Yeah,
and it almost
wasn't very expensive either, and it
wasn't exactly like $10, $12. This one is from Purito. It's not a sunscreen; it's an oil cleanser, so it should be okay.
Triggered. Oh my god.
Oh my god. And then I wet my hands, massage again. So now it's foaming up, it's breaking up a little bit, it's getting milky. Rinse that off. Cleansing oil. Almost every night during that time I was using the salicylic after every, because at this point I feel like the day's gone on. I've just taken off my makeup from, makeup is like 85% taken off at this point, because the oil cleanser is great, but it doesn't get rid of everything. I really want to, at least for me, does not get rid of everything. So then I go in with a proper cleanser, and this one is able to get into the pores. Salicylic acid, we love a BHA moment. Just get right into the pores easily, and then make those next steps really count in your routine. Yes. So went for that, and then so this is when I introduced good molecules into my routines. I've been using them for like a couple of months now. Really good stuff. I will sometimes use the brightening toner and the discoloration correcting serum together. And sometimes I'll just use the serum because, like I said, I'm kind of a minimalist, and if I'm already using a hydrator and essence, I don't really want to go in again with like something that's kind of in that consistency, or I will use this in place. I don't know, it's just kind of interchangeable, you know, so it wasn't very strict, but it was ensuring that I cleansed, it was ensuring that I hydrated, it was ensuring that I treated, and ensuring that I locked all of that in with a moisturizer or a mask.
Yeah.
So I will sometimes use this Hada Labo essence toner. It's very confusing because it calls itself a lotion because it's Japanese, and Japanese lotions are essentially like toners that are very lightweight and watery.
Yeah.
And so I will use that, and then maybe after that use the discoloration corrector. So just interchanging it a little bit, and then go for the barrier favorite.
Yes.
It's just so good. When I ran out, I was really sad, but I started using the rice cream from I'm From, which was really good as well. And I feel like any moisturizer that I use after this now is really like, it's going to get critiqued very highly. So the fact that I used the rice moisturizer after this, and I say that it's good, that means that one must be fantastic as well.
Yeah.
So it would sometimes, I would say that out of the whole week, I would probably only use the moisturizer twice at night. And in the other nights, I'm using the ginseng therapy mask. So I learned from my esthetician that you want to put on a couple, you know, like a serum or maybe an essence before you put on your mask, especially if it's a leave-on mask. And so this is a gel consistency. I don't know if you can see it. It's clear gel consistency.
Oh.
Right, and it dries clear as if it's not even on your face. So you can just act normal for the rest of your night and sleep in it. I sleep in it. So then I wake up and rinse it off, and my skin is just so plump because I've locked in everything that I had put on that night before. So sometimes I will even use this right after like an essence or a hydrator. So this is my nighttime routine alone. Just if I'm just looking for hydration, simple, just very simple. And then you wake up with just the most hydrated, dewy skin. I might not even cleanse it, or if I do, it's the hydrating cleanser because I don't want to disturb any of the dewiness.
Yes. So how does this Cyspera kind of work its way into your routine?
This cream that Dr. Alexis recommended as well.
Yes.
It has a lot of different tyrosinase inhibitors in it, and things that deal with all the different pathways.
Right.
That was something that I learned as well, is that like I can't just depend on niacinamide alone. It's like, no, it's a combination of multiple different things, but some ingredients cross different categories. For example, niacinamide is a transfer inhibitor of melanin, but it's also an anti-inflammatory. So there you go, you've taken care of two. You don't need one product for each thing. If things are formulated really well, you can hit a few at once. Yeah. And then this mask is great, but it stinks. So it's just like, you just got
Oh my God. I'm trying to remember. I feel like it smells kind of like, is it like a vinegary smell? I can't remember. It's like really, it's really.
You know what it reminds me of?
Yes. But like
giving perm, like
perm, yes.
Yeah, strong, like perm and ointment. I didn't care because I was like, I need to rev it up.
Mm-hmm.
I really felt like I needed to rev it up, and like it was definitely that video that showed all of the different pathways of hyperpigmentation that set me up, because I was like, what am I doing wrong? My routine is good, like why is this taking so long? But it's just that I was just maintaining my skin rather than really treating it. Yeah. And I realized that hitting all of the different pathways is the only way for a prolonged amount of time, because it's not going to just go away. Yeah, so Cyspera, you actually want to put this on. You can do it nighttime or morning. So in the morning, you want to do it before you've even cleansed. So this was a learning curve for me because I think, I think the first time that I used it, I might have cleansed and then I read that and then I was like, wait, I've never heard of something that wants to be put on dirty skin. And I was like, okay, fine, like we'll do it. I don't mind. And then I even saw that you can put it over your makeup in the evening as a night mask. And I was like, I don't know how I feel about that. Because I put on a lot of layers. I don't know if it's getting through. Right. So sometimes I might even take my makeup off at night, kind of cleanse my skin. And then it says that if you wait an hour, after that hour, you can put this on. But I don't really have time for that. So I'll do it in the morning just as the first thing to do. So that's how the Cyspera will go into my routine. But I was not super regular with it, but I do feel like I definitely saw results. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
I got some from I went to a dermatologist event. Well, it was a dermatologist event where they kind of have dermatologists and then people of the press like kind of mingling together. This was last year. It was the last beauty event I went to before everything shut down. But they gave it to us in like a gift bag. And I'm like, okay, I didn't really pay much attention to it. And it wasn't until probably Dr. Alexis started talking about Cyspera. And I was like, wait, that was in the gift bag.
You're like, wait, I've seen this somewhere here.
Dug it out. And see, here's the thing. And I think you'll be able to relate to this too, because like we just like love skincare stuff.
Right.
I'm like, I really want to try this and see how it works. But I don't like, at the time, I didn't really have any hyperpigmentation. Like, you get the one from like a pimple.
Exactly.
I was like, all right, maybe I can try it. Like I have some discoloration here or my, but
that's the best problem to have, searching for where the discoloration is. Maybe, do I have some in the back of my
right. Neck? But I do wish that it was available because I did have some like really bad recurring acne and hyperpigmentation a couple of years ago. I wish that was available. But I have to echo what you said about not being super regular with it, because it is like a real learning curve with Cyspera. Because like you, there were many mornings where I had already cleansed my face and I'm like,
you just forget because you're in, just like, especially in the morning when your head is kind of there but not, like you just do what you have to do and then you're like, wait.
Right, and then because I think I remember you have to leave it on for like 15 minutes before you can rinse it off, right?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, so that's, I mean, my mornings aren't all the same, but I can't see myself like waking. I would really have to put it like
it's a lot of extra.
Remember, as soon as I get up, brush my teeth, put that on, I don't know, maybe go make breakfast, eat breakfast, and then come back, maybe.
Kind of put it in like that, and that's what I would do, because I've noticed that for me, I need a lot of time in the morning to get ready.
Yes.
I need like a lot of time.
Yes.
So, and when I actually wake up at the right time, I'm able to do it, and that's why I was so irregular with it.
Yeah.
100%. Because if I had enough time, I'd be able to do it every day. But if I wake up and then, I only have enough time to shower and do this and that, then there's no time to do a mask treatment before everything, So it was definitely something that you had to add into your routine, because it's not the easiest product to use in general, like it's easy to apply, but all of the prerequisites, you have to be thoughtful.
So the Cyspera, it looks like you finished it though, right? Like maybe there's like a little drop left.
Out of myself, because when you see something through, that's when you can maybe even have a proper opinion on it. So I'm happy that this isn't empty.
Would you use it again?
I would use it again. And I would use it again because I would love to see how my skin reacts now with my hyperpigmentation being cleared up in a way, you know what I mean? Because I still have some there, it's still fading, but it's not nearly as bad as it was when I began using Cyspera. So I would love to see what happens now, like after a whole second tube. So that will be really interesting.
Yeah. So what would you say your skincare routine is like now? Is it still pretty much similar to what you just went through with the morning and your nighttime routine?
Still similar, but I'm not as hate to say, but I'm not as obsessive as I was, because I was really like, no, this needs to go. This needs to relax, because it was just like taking a toll. And you know, I wear makeup, but then I love to be able to not wear makeup too. And I'm starting to feel less and less confident. So it's like, this has to go. We have to get back. And you know the new iPhone update where when you swipe and you see some of those old pictures. I don't know if you get that. Yeah. So like you swipe off to the side and then they push you all of these old pictures from random times in your phone. And I saw all of these pictures of myself with zero hyperpigmentation, and I was like, wow, I didn't appreciate my skin as much as I should have at the time. So new skin appreciation, new routine, we're back on it, and yeah, really happy about how it's coming together now.
What would you say is like the single most important thing like with dealing with your hyperpigmentation?
Perhaps like tyrosinase inhibitors, things like alpha-arbutin, things like just products that do something. Like with this one, with the discoloration correcting serum, it has a synthesized version of tranexamic acid in it. So it has a derivative of tranexamic acid. And that deals with hyperpigmentation on a vascular level. It just constricts or gets rid of some of the extra, like blood cells and arteries that you have in your hyperpigmentation that just makes it worse. So it's just dealing with hyperpigmentation in a new way. And so just introducing these actives. Yeah, I think that's what it comes down. Introducing actives regularly into your routine that suit you, and not all of them at the same time either. Just using what works, slowly integrating it, you know, not feeling like, oh no, I need to use everything. Feeling like, okay, let's work with myself and see what fits into my routine, but then also gives me results, because you don't want to use pointless serums either.
So where can people find you? Because I know people are like, oh my God, who is this girl? We need to know more. We need to follow her. Because I'm already like, hey girl, when the pandemic is over, you want to go to brunch?
No, listen, I've already booked. We're already going. I've got my outfit. No, it's happening. But for everyone else, you can brunch with us via vlog. But yeah, I am Skincare Nerd on YouTube, and I am also Skincare Nerd __ on Instagram. Perfect. So yeah, that's where you can find me. I'm like on Clubhouse, kind of. Are you on Clubhouse yet?
I'm on Clubhouse, but I only go on there when people ask me to like speak on panels, because like that is my utmost favorite thing, like to just talk. So when people oh my God, do you want to be on my podcast? And they're like all timid. And I'm like, hell yeah, I want to be on your podcast.
I could talk about skincare with Lola and as a matter of fact, after we finished the interview, we did kind of talk about skincare on and on. But that was amazing. If there were parts of the video where you felt like you couldn't really follow along, I'm going to link to certain videos, particularly videos from our fave, Dr. Alexis Stevens, that talks about things like tyrosinase inhibitors and things like that. So if those part of the conversation kind of had you like, wait, what? I'll link it below so you can check it out. I'll also link below where you can follow Skincare Nerd here on YouTube, as well as on Instagram and other platforms across the internet. Follow me on social. Links will also be in the description box, and I will see you fine folks in my next video. Bye guys.